What's up, my Cryptonairz, my future and fellow millionaires? How are you today? Thank you for being here on a Tuesday. You guys know what time it is? It's time for another episode of Around the Clock, where we talk about everything that is happening in the crypto sphere, at least all the stuff that we know about crypto gossip, crypto scandals, crypto gains, which is what all of us are here for, right? Am I right? Because we all are here to create that generational wealth, or at least make sure that we're trying our very, very best to change our lives forever for the good. So I'm so happy that you guys are here for another episode. I just want to play a little song for you guys. If you have been in crypto any amount of time or NFTs just for a little bit, and we're going to have a conversation about the word whitelist and Discord and all that good stuff. I got a couple of upcoming articles on what is happening in the Discord situation, you guys. But I just saw this today. Somebody shout out to Lyft who shared this uh, in a Twitter space. And I'm going to share this song with you. Tell me if you can identify.
Too many Discord servers. Too many Discord servers. Too many Discord servers. Too many Discord servers. And you may ask yourself, how did I end up with so many Discord servers? And you may think to yourself, I don't even remember joining this Discord server. Too many Discord servers! Why?
This is my life.
Why? Why? And you may ask yourself, do I need so many Discord servers? And you may say to yourself, I don't want to miss anything. You may then say to yourself, but I don't want so many Discord servers. Why? 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 Why?
This is my life. Absolutely.
Oh, why?
Ping, 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 ping. Even right now, as I'm listening, as we're streaming in my headphones, I just hear ping, 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 ping.
I cut all of my 1001 Discord servers are on mute. Every now and then one will escape because I just can't stand that ping noise.
Recently. Yeah.
I love this guy for making this song because, yeah, why? But we all know the answer to that. Check him out on Twitter. I will definitely leave the link in the chat, you guys. If you are listening here for the first time, welcome to an episode of what I hope will be a wonderful, good habit for you of Around the Clock. And we're just going to look at the markets and see what is happening. Maybe that's a hint for some of you to start cleaning out some of your Discord servers because, why? I definitely think I definitely need to do that. I think I almost have to do it like once every other week nowadays. But yeah, let's see. Bitcoin, she still ain't looking, pretty, y'all, but she's up from yesterday. She was down 12% for the 7-day average yesterday. She's at 10% down for the 7 days today. A little bit of green for the 24-hour period at $50,690. Ethereum in the number 2 spot at 43.50 there. Looking good on the 1 hour mark, but not so much on the 7-day average. Binance Coin still in the number 3 spot. Solana at 192.09. Cardano in the number 6 spot at $1.38. XRP Army, you're at 81 cents right now. You're down 17.8% for the 7 days, but that's okay. Go XRP. Polkadot still looking juicy at $30.46. Terra, the only green in the top 10, at $70.66. So congrats if you got Terra early. It is up 19.5% for the 7 days, y'all. Shout out to the Terra crew. And now let's look at Strong. If you know about Strong, you know. If you don't know, you need to know. If you're into creating passive income and making money while you sleep, Strong Block is one of many ways to do that. And we invite you into our Discord to find out how you can learn more ways to do this. I never thought I would be making money in my sleep a year ago. You couldn't have told me that that was going to be possible for me. But because of Strong, it was. And we are not shilling Strong for anyone who wants to come to the comments and say that. I'm just talking about my personal experience, okay? It's at 479.11 today, down 8.5%, but in a really good place if you want a good entry level to start making nodes. Strong just announced some big news yesterday, which we shared here on this show, that they are also allowing its holders to create nodes with Polygon, aka Matic, and to mine or to create a reward of ETH for the ETH 2.0, which is amazing. Amazing opportunities there. And those partnerships are continually being added and grown in the Strong network. So, you guys, it's a great token with great tokenomics. I will definitely say that. DYOR, do your own research and check it out. If you need a little help, like I said, please feel free to come in and check out our Discord. I'm going to run that in the banner beneath here. You can go to cryptonairz.com and find out how you can join our Discord server, or definitely check us out on Twitter because they definitely share information on there every day, all day alpha. At Cryptonairz on Twitter for the Twitter handle there, you guys. But yeah. Let us see what what else is going on now that we have checked out the markets. Just a little regulatory news. It's a very little. It's basically a regurgitation of what we have already shared here on this channel with you guys. Regulators focus on crypto, hoping to avoid another post-crisis reckoning. This is basically all of the letter agencies coming together. The Office of the Comptroller of Currency has elevated digital assets in the banking sector to one of 4 key operational risks that the bank it oversees are facing. So remember, we have shared with you guys that the letter agencies, the Comptroller Office being one of them, have given the green light to banks to put cryptocurrency on their ledgers. All they can do all they want with it as long as they fall into the guidelines that they are outlining here to make sure that we don't fall into a too big to fail situation, and that they can hold that cryptocurrency because of the volatility safely. So obviously they have been focusing on regulating a cryptocurrency, particularly stable coins. So this is more of the same. Risk management focused on the Dodd-Frank Act, which has been kind of resurrected. They have added new rules and established a Consumer Financial Protection Board so that we don't have to repeat the subprime mortgage fiasco of 2008. Janet Yellen has pressed for more stablecoin regulation. All of this you've heard. You know this. You know this. European central banks have followed along, demanding stricter cryptocurrency regulations. This is not, again, a surprise. We have seen India do this. We have definitely watched China do this over the years, and it comes up every, 3 months that they're banning crypto. So, yeah, this, again, not new. This is coming to a theater near you. We still don't know exactly what this regulation is going to look like, but they keep threatening us with it's coming. So we'll keep reporting as things unfold. There's good news out there for you Discord fans that are in Discord as it relates to NFTs. There's a process which many of you who buy NFTs may be familiar with called verification. So this usually happens, and Allie, correct me if I'm wrong, like after you get your NFT and you want to have access to other privileges inside of that Discord, they are asking that you verify that you have that NFT in your wallet. And they have used an agency or a company that we are all familiar with called Collabland. So what you have to do is type a command in the Discord server. It links you to Collabland that says, please connect your wallet so we can
Yeah.
verify that you indeed do hold this NFT. And the way they have been doing that in the past is through DM. Unfortunately, the problem with that is that the scammers have also caught on to this. So they have
It's pretty bad.
mirrored Collabland, correct? It has been really bad, and said, oh, this is Collabland. We're sending you a DM. Go ahead and connect your wallet. And you end up connecting your wallet to someone who obviously is going to end up draining that wallet. So this has been a big issue because we know a lot of noobs are jumping into crypto, people who barely know how to, they're learning just like we all had to, barely know how to, open a wallet that cannot distinguish a scammer from the real thing. Indeed, many of us who consider ourselves somewhat veterans have the same, issue because they're getting so sophisticated. So Collabland has stopped doing that. So they have I'm not going to say they stopped doing it. What they did is they offered these projects an option to do a bot upgrade so that you do not have to verify through DM. And I'm like, hallelujah. One of the many reasons that I closed my Discord DMs is because I kept getting these fake Collabland
Yeah, same.
scammers saying connect your wallet. And thank goodness I've spent enough time in the space to know that that ain't real. But believe me, I looked at them. I had to do a double take for some of them. So this is a bot upgrade announcement asking Discord admins to check the collab config channel, and they can get the upgrade, and then they can verify with a no DM version of this bot. So I don't understand why anyone would not do this. If you're in a server, they're asking for verification and it has to be DM. You have every right to, maybe contact their dev team and say, hey, did you guys know XYZ? We can get verified without having to get that, sketchy DM. So I'm loving this. I think they deserve a round of applause for getting on this so quickly. And I think it's going to save a lot of people from getting scammed moving forward. So congratulations, Collabland. Not going to say it's about time, but yeah, it is. Shout out to the chat. Sean Webster, I see you. Kingstonian, Titus Edwards. Cease, don't cease. Wimble. Ooh, I'm going to totally mess this up. Wembley Diddly Doo Dah Day. I think I got that right. I love that name. I don't love pronouncing it, but I love that name. Shout out to our boss, Robert Doyle, for dropping in. How you doing, Rob, if you're still around?
Hey, Rob.
Florida girl. Hey, Florida girl. Nirmala, hi, baby. Nice to see you. I Big Dallas, always good. I Big Dallas is definitely part of our Discord and NFT team. Shout out to him. He's a huge contribution in that space, and we love him. Fam, so glad to have you here. So let's see what else what else is happening, you guys. Let's just do a little real estate. We have said on the channel repeatedly when we talk about the metaverse and Allie about NFTs in particular, the potential of NFTs and how we're just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
So these next articles that I'm going to share with you is just going to demonstrate that point. And look at where we're headed. Look at this. We're literally just getting started. This is like the baby stages. The baby hasn't even started taking its first steps yet. Not really. The baby's still crawling and crying. But one day, that baby's going to walk. But let's just take a look at this article from Yahoo Finance. This is a real estate broker that said 50% of deals can really be done in crypto. And for that reason, this person, Serhant, is bullish on NFTs. Cryptocurrency is already making its way into real estate, the latest sign of digital coins' incremental use in everyday transactions. So one broker thinks, and he's not the only one, that this is only the beginning. So someone, and we shared that article here on this show already, bought a $3.5 million apartment at Central Park North in New York City's Harlem, and they did purchase that, as I recall, with uh, a crypto, or was a crypto purchase. I think Bitcoin, if I'm not mistaken. So he said that what they're seeing a lot more of now, and this is the paragraph I want you to pay attention to, more than they did in 2020. And they're seeing this in the first half, and more than they had in the first half of 2021, that people are amassing wealth now, and they're trying to figure out how to hold on to it. So some of those people are putting it into traditional financial instruments like real estate. They're putting it into tangible assets. So now people that are cash rich, that had in the past been pulling money out of banks and putting it into real estate as a hedge against inflation. You guys know we've been printing money left and right just because that's just what it is right now. They're seeing something similar within the crypto community. So these are people who ordinarily wouldn't have been able to even afford an apartment if they went to a bank and they did a standard credit rating. So you guys know that the beauty of Web.3 is that it doesn't matter about credit. If you got the crypto cash to back you up, you can at this point in time through use a lot of instruments that are not traditional legacy finance to get great APYs. In some instances, as this gentleman is saying, to purchase a real estate, to do a lot of things that you could not ever do. You couldn't walk into a bank and qualify um, as a regular person just based on your credit history. You're not a approved
Right.
or an accredited investor, but you can do those things that people that are do with Web 3.0. And it's an amazing thing. So this is the trend. So we saw this article today right in line with that. And straight up and off the bat, we are not advocating for this company. We're not shilling this company. We're only showing you what is possible using this as a example. You can do your own research here, but I'm highlighting this article from a company called Theo Petra, and it's a self-repaying mortgage. You guys might have seen this uh, somewhere on Twitter, whatever. It's been just trending in certain places, which is how I saw it. So I thought that this was a pretty fascinating concept, but the concept is all it is. Do not know if this works or any of that. I'm not vouching for this company. Don't know any any of the devs or the people who are
It's so
developing this.
crazy because while you're talking, I have,
Uh-huh.
and I don't even know how I'm doing this. Thankfully, Twitter on the desktop transcribes Twitter Spaces because they have a Twitter Spaces going right now. So
Oh
I'm
my
listening to you
God.
talking and I'm listening to their Twitter Spaces. It's like a lot going on in my brain. Like it's a lot
Believe
of
me,
information at
that will
once.
not be the only Twitter space that they will be holding, because
Yeah.
this is the wave of the future. Whether it's this company or some other company that's going to do this and get it right, or do this and have, one of the things is, we know the team at this point in time is not doxed, which for me, in terms of if I'm doing any kind of business that's going to require me to put my name on a 99-year mortgage, I want to know, who the heck are you? I'm not doing business with an anon anything when it comes to this. But again, I'm looking only at the possibility here. So that's what we're repping for, not necessarily this company. It may turn out to be absolutely wonderful. It may turn out to be a wreck. I don't know in terms of the company, but I'm talking about the direction that this company is headed and where NFTs are going to go, you guys. This is going to happen, whether it's this company or
Yeah.
somebody else that gets it right. So this is a self-repaying mortgage. So they did an example of 30 years on a $500,000 home. In a traditional mortgage in this climate, you pay 20 to 30% down. Then you pay on a good day, if you can get accredited for this, a 3.5 interest rate, maybe. And then that would be like 17, basically $1,800 a month. If you go through this company, it's a 2% down payment. The interest rate is negative interest. The monthly payment they're saying for a $500,000 home would be 1325 a month. So the estimated savings is you save $90,000 on the down payment because you're not making that down payment, and then over the lifetime of the loan you're saving $259,000. The self-repaying mortgage is a monthly rebate to homeowners, negative interest rates, 2% down payment. You pay everything in US dollars. And does this have your attention? It certainly got mine. Home ownership is become an increasingly unaffordable thing here for the average American. I totally agree with that statement. How they're solving the housing crisis, basically it says, is it possible to do this without raising taxes or handing out a stimulus check? Our founder, Anon, and I don't like this word, that was kind of like red flag. Your founder is Anon. Okay. Has explored numerous variations on how to apply Bitcoin mining to housing. They're solving the home ownership debt dilemma with the world's first self-repaying mortgage. So this is supposed to grant you the key components of home ownership while this company will control the debt of the property. So you have unlimited rights, a fixed payment for 20 to 30 years so that you can build equity. And then during that time, Theo Petra will control the debt on the property and earning a return on it every year to significantly decrease your cost of home ownership. Welcome to the Web 3.0. It's called synthetic home ownership. What do you think so far here, Elle?
Thumbs down. Sorry, I had to like find the I had posted in the chat, Rob, are you still here? Because I would be very interested in his input, knowing his professional background
Oh,
outside
in real
of
estate. Oh, yeah, for
Cryptonairz.
sure.
Yeah, it's quite possible that he's listening to that AMA right now. I would not be surprised if he is.
Hmm.
So first of all, this Discord server is invite only. So you have to know someone, an influencer or whoever, to even get in. Second of all right, their bread and butter is not going to be houses. The bread and butter is going to be apartments. And they're going to do a trial run of residential homes, like single family units. And they're going to do 5 to 7 next year. Like it says towards the end of this article. They're going to try it out in 5 to 7 and is only in a selection of states. And I can understand that, it just being
Right.
available in certain states. But what I didn't like is, okay, so they're having this NFT sale, but then in order to qualify to participate in this pilot program of 5 to 7 homes, whoever stakes the most NFTs, those are the people that are going to get selected. So now you're pitting your community against each other. I don't like that because there are some people in here that are going to be whales and that have more money than the average person that is
Right.
seeking this type of
So
product.
that's
And
not Web
that is my issue.
3.0. That's Web 2.0 mentality. Totally
I
straight
mean,
up. Yeah.
this is this I'm considering it like an experiment, and props to them for actually trying something different because we know that the current system doesn't work for everyone.
Right.
The way that things are set up now, it's just we're all different people. We shouldn't all be participating, falling in line in the exact same system. People have different circumstances, things happen in life, whatever. And I get that, and I can respect them trying to come up with different ideas. So I do consider this like a social experiment, and we'll see how it plays out. But that's the aspect that really, really bothers me. I
Right.
don't know how much these NFTs are going to cost. Um,
Yeah. They drop
that
on
part,
December the 13th, you guys, and you hold those NFTs as keys, so to speak,
yeah, and
for
then they're
the
going to
house.
burn
Yeah.
them as well. So
Hmm.
the people that are the winners that volunteer up, like first of all, you're going to have to live in one of the states, and it does tell you in the article. There's like 5 states maybe. Um, they tell you what state that it is, out of this selection of 5. If you live in one of those, excuse me again, and you have multiple NFTs, you can stake all of them, put them up and volunteer to participate in this program. So after that, then they're going to burn that NFT. Like it's burned, it's gone, it's done. And then you participate in this, what I'm going to call it a pilot program, because that's exactly what it is.
It
I don't
totally
even
is.
know, they don't even know if this can work outside of the model that they've been working on. So the model for them is to work on commercial apartment buildings, 20, 30, 50, 100, 5,000 unit properties, not a single family home. And I think that's where people would see the most benefit with a product like this. They don't know if it's going to work, but yeah, they are going to test it out. There are some other things that I didn't like about it, but again, this is like a test. So I feel like in a project like this, as they learn and grow, it's quite possible that their product will evolve. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at least they tried it. First of
Yeah.
all, I don't know what the FHA loan is, what the FHA percentage rate is now. For an FHA loan, you only have to put down 3%. So there's no immediately right off the bat, there's no benefit there. It's 3% to get an FHA loan. I know that because I have one. And not everyone can qualify for an FHA loan. So it will be
Yeah, well,
interesting to
that's the whole
see.
thing is some people don't have 3%. Some people definitely don't even have 20%. And and with home costs being what they are right now, it's definitely not a buyer's market. We are all aware of that.
I
And the
mean,
dream of home ownership is, basically getting
they
further and
can't get
further
it for
away for
free.
the average
That's why
person.
we had the housing bust to begin with, that people were
Yeah.
getting moving into these houses for next to nothing. And that was the problem. So
I
3%,
no,
2%,
that was
3%
let
is a
me I
fair
have to
amount.
disagree with you there. That was not the problem. That was not the
It was
problem.
part of the problem. Yes, it was.
It was not the problem.
Yes, it was.
That
It was
that I
predatory
don't
thing.
agree with that. I have to disagree because it wasn't just obviously there's personal responsibility, which I'm all for. But there's a thing such as redlining. There are people who have never had a level or equal playing field to own. Homeownership has always been one of the ways in this country to pave the path to wealth and
That,
creating general
that
wealth, generational wealth.
we're gonna
And when
butt
that
heads
is
here, I think.
denied to deny it to people, then there have to be creative ways, and it could be sweat equity. It doesn't have to be money. And
I mean, they
it
have those. Those are
definitely
like land
goes
contracts. They already exist.
it
Rent to
has to
own
go
type of
it goes
products.
back to again each person has to be definitely judged on their own merits, and people do have to be educated, and that definitely wasn't done. It was a money grab, and unfortunately people and good people
That
got caught up in that.
that I will agree with you that these were predatory lenders, but at the end of the day, these mortgages were like 2% to get in the door. That's not a lot of money in some parts of the US. And redlining, while I absolutely 100% believe, and I don't just believe, like I know it is still a thing, I don't think that redlining had anything to do with that. I
It
mean,
did.
redlining
Redlining
is
had
a
everything to
hurdle.
do. Redlining is part of a predatory mortgage structure,
No,
period.
redlining is
But
just
we
straight up you
that's
can't get
not
a
what we
mortgage.
came on here to talk about, so I want to get us back on track. What we're talking about is these self-repaying mortgages and if something like this can work. And how many people that this could assist and support in finally creating the opportunity for home ownership. Not necessarily this program. This may have a lot of flaws, as you say. It's a pilot program. They're going to learn as they go, and they're going to hopefully be able to fine tune this. If this company doesn't get it right, somebody is. And
There's
that's the
already another
beauty of this
company, we've
is
covered them.
yeah,
It's
the
like
beauty
Bacon
of
Protocol,
this
I think. It's a really weird name.
the beauty of this is that this is coming. So this is mainly what I want to point out to people. So just watch this process, you guys, because if they are doing it and they don't do it right, somebody's going to do it better. And then somebody's going to do it better than that company until eventually this is going to
Yeah.
be a thing. And this is the beauty to me of Web 3.0 is that people who now suddenly find themselves with money, but don't necessarily have the credit background to get to qualify from with a traditional kind of a bank loan, that we all know that you have to jump through all kinds of hurdles for that. It ain't easy. It's not easy for the average person who, and now you're crypto wealthy. You have the same opportunity as Joe Schmo, who may have, a perfect 780, credit score to get into the door
You
and have
don't
a
need
key
a
to your own
780 credit
house.
score.
I'm just making a point. I'm just saying. So just that person, it may be a lot easier for that person with that credit score to get into the door than maybe somebody that doesn't have that, but they have the cash in the form of crypto. So I'm loving the
I don't
theory of
think that
this, and I
you pay in
hope that
crypto.
it works. No, you don't pay in crypto. It says clearly the first paragraph that you pay in US dollars,
Yeah.
but you can utilize your crypto, if you will, to assist and support you into translating that crypto into US dollars. So I'm excited about the possibilities here. I'm seeing this, and if again, don't know this company, don't like the fact that they're, the founder's name is Anon. you know, they're not
That'll
doxed,
probably
any
have
of
to come
that.
out, I would imagine, at
Um,
some point.
I'm
I
hoping
would
to get
think.
into like one of their AMAs, and I would love, and I know they're going to have more than one. Um, it's going to be so just fascinating to just watch all of this unfold, and I'm excited for it. I'm absolutely loving the idea and the concept and the possibilities for people who might not otherwise, get into traditional kind of home ownership. So let's see where this goes, guys. And you guys have the name of the company. Let me just read that off again. It's called Theo Petra. So you guys can go and check that out for yourself. Uh, Join their Twitter space. Allie said you can't get into the Discord, unfortunately, without an invite,
Yeah,
but you
invite
can
only.
definitely follow them on Twitter and see what they're up to. Listen to them when they get in Twitter spaces and see what they're talking about, because I'm sure that people are going to be throwing them some hard questions, and just to feel out the team and see what they're about. Maybe they'll end up doxing themselves, and look for competition or look for opportunities like this with other companies that may have more of a public offering, tokens, DAOs, that kind of thing. So all of this is on the way. This is definitely, to me, just a demonstration, just one, scratching the
So
surface of the power of NFTs.
another thing that I don't like is you don't actually own the house. So it's this protocol owns the house. That's something that I don't like. Like it says under this guarantee, the protocol is guaranteed to never sell your asset. Your asset is the house. Um,
Well,
in the case
technically, the
that
bank owns the house, and you're paying for it. But technically, until
right, but
that
they're
house is
taking out
paid
the
for,
mortgage. You are not. It's Theopetra
yeah.
or
I'm
Petra
sure you
Petra. I'm
guys
not
can
sure how you
read
say
like
it.
all of the details, because we don't have enough time on the show to like go into depth. That article went into pretty good amount of detail. I'm sure their AMAs will get into more, but I just wanted to
Yeah.
bring that to people's attention so you can check it out. Again, not advocating or shilling this. I don't know anything about them. I'm just talking about the power of NFTs and what is possible moving forward. And Christine, welcome. So happy to have you here. Hey, Yuri J, what's up? Uh, yeah, that and the article that we shared before that with people who, are using their crypto, going into tangible assets. I'm really happy for the people who maybe have not ever had a chance to own a home or never thought that that was possible for them. And crypto, NFTs, and Web.3 have made that possible. Talking about NFTs, you guys, Allie found this, and I'm going to let her talk about the Ubisoft. Many of you may recognize that as a really big major gaming company that is doing something super special today.
Sorry, I'm just pulling it up on my screen so that I can
No
read too.
worries.
Okay, so Ubisoft has become the first major gaming company to launch in-game NFTs. They've been dabbling in crypto for years and the NFT space, but now they're taking things to the next level with one of their major um, titles, and it's going to be Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. That is the video game that they will be. I don't even want to say trying it out because they've already tried it out. This is the first game that they're putting it out to market in mass, and it will be running on Tezos. And they've been experimenting with crypto game prototypes and supporting startups over the last few years. But now they're finally implementing the NFTs, and in their first initiative that runs on Tezos, they are so obviously they're behind NFTs and this effort if they're introducing it into a major title, but they've gone as far as to combat the like we saw what happened with Discord when Discord said that they wanted to have a Web3 wallet, possibly NFTs, and use crypto within Discord. There was major blowback. And in other video games, there's been similar scenarios, but Ubisoft went very far to explain that. Wait, I want to make sure that I read it exactly correct. Um, Tezos claims that a single transaction on its network uses. Much of the announcement today highlighted the difference in environmental impacts on proof of stake. So Tezos claims that a single transaction on its network uses more than 2 million times less energy than Bitcoin. And a
Hmm.
Tezos transaction uses about as much energy as a 30-second streaming video. So they wanted to make sure that they also hit home that them going into this space is not going to damage the environment because other businesses have received blowback over this. Um, they have been developing a Minecraft like game prototype called Hashcraft that decrypts. That's where we got this article. They first covered that in 2019. And since then, they've worked with numerous startups and accelerator programs um, throughout the accelerator program. And they've supported projects like Axie Infinity, Nine Chronicles, and NBA Top Shot. So yeah, I think that it's a really big deal. It's the first major this is not a small company. It's a really big company, and this is going to launch December the 9th. And in a release, you must be at least 18 years old. I guess that's the only caveat. If you are a younger business video game player, you need to be at least 18 years old to create the Tezos wallet that's going to be used in the game. So
You guys, she is 100% right. Think they want to be an early mover in the space. Because Fortnite has come out and said we're not going to jump into NFTs yet. What we know they will. Roblox is already building out its metaverse, so this is a big deal. This Tom Clancy Ghost Recon game, for what I understand, in the Tom Clancy games or shooter games, are pretty popular. Uh, you guys, let me show you where you need to go to get into the beta and get your free digits.
I
They're
was
calling it
just
the
gonna say
NFT
that part.
digit.
Yeah, that's the free digits. You have about 3 opportunities coming up, and they are very soon.
So this is Ubisoft, I'm sorry, quartz.ubisoft.com. I am going to put this in the chat. You have to create an account so that you can be eligible. So make sure that you do that and set it up and jump in before everybody gets in. So this is the Alley Alpha for today, y'all. Get it. Come and get it. And I put that in the chat. So make sure you set up your Tezos wallet. Go ahead and sign up for the beta testing so you can get these free digits, aka NFTs. And who knows, these are Genesis 1. They could be worth if you hold on to them and see where this goes, because I totally agree. This is huge, huge news. And those are pretty cool graphics there.
Yeah. Are you gonna try to get them? I know I am. I'm
I
always
already
trying to
signed
get
up,
free
girl.
NFTs.
Of course. As soon as you shut this article, I was like, let me go where to find out where to get these so that I can sign up. So I'm already in there, already signed up for the beta testing and to get these bad boys. Even though I'm not a gamer, just in it for the NFT options. Was very, very happy to get those freaking Matrix NFTs. Believe you me, can't wait for them to be able to take the red pill, blue pill option. Trying to decide how I'm gonna divide it up, like which one of them is gonna get the red pill and which one of them is gonna get the blue pill. I cannot wait for that. That's gonna be so cool. Just wanted to share with you guys because I mentioned Autograph is the Tom Brady uh, NFT platform. I had never been to Autograph, didn't really know about it till we did that article yesterday, but just want to share that with you guys. Jen, hey Jen, how you doing,
Hey
girl?
Jen.
So happy you stopped by. This is autograph.io. Very easy to get to. This is just a sample of some of the NFTs. This is Simone Biles. This is her Sapphire Double A Half Out. This is $99. So these range in price depending on how many there are. This is there are 80 or 200 of these altogether. They haven't sold out for these. There's a couple of versions of these. The marketplace. There's Tom Brady there at the top. And he has, I'm sure contracts with other people. Obviously, Simone Biles is featured, but there's some Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, Naomi Osaka. I think this is also somehow tied in with DraftKings too, because I've seen these on their platform.
Draco
Yeah,
is here. I
and
just
there is
totally
Tom
interrupted the
Brady
stream.
Origins Collection. Draco, hey Nick. Nick, I hope you can come on this show with us sometime. I would love to have you and Jen back. Have Jen back. Tom Brady Origins Collection is available now, so that's there. But yeah, check out autograph.io. So I wanted to just share that with you because we talked about it yesterday, just in case people didn't know, like, what is that? What does that look like? And Channing says Tezos was up 31% today. Wonder why. I wonder if that was why. Maybe so. Could definitely be. Oh, yes, Draco. Please, please, man. We need you. And we miss you so much. All right. I'm gonna let you talk about this Banksy. You made it very clear that you was not feeling this, so I'm gonna bring it up. And I'm gonna
Yeah,
let you talk about why, and then I'll let you talk about something that you definitely love to talk about, and that's the direction
what's
of
that?
what's the DAOs. We'll talk about DAOs in general, just as a buzzword, and a Constitution DAO in particular, kind of again leading the way for what's possible there. But I'm going to pull up this Banksy, or what people have said is a Banksy project, and you
Okay,
guys
not
may
a
be
Banksy
familiar with
project,
this.
that's for sure.
So there's the picture. It's Love is in the Air, and I'm gonna let Allie go into what is this about.
Okay, if you could just talk for like 30 seconds because I'm trying to
Got to
pull
pull it
up
up.
yeah. Thank you. I
So
really
this
appreciate it.
this Banksy's Love is in the Air was set to be sold. As you guys may have heard of fractionalizing, we have talked about it here a lot of times, where people take an artwork and they chop it up just for a visual. That's not what really happens.
Right,
They
yeah,
don't
that's
chop it
not what
up,
really happens. Like,
but
imagine chopping up a $12 million painting, like, although
they
Banksy did that himself at auction,
he did
put it
do
through a
that.
shredder. Yeah.
But just imagine that they digitally divide this picture into 10,000 separate NFTs, and they are doing this with Banksy's Love is in the Air painting that let me go back to the painting so I can show you again, because I know I did a quick
Yeah,
little.
I'm sure that you've all seen it. It's a very popular piece. He
There it
is
is.
throwing flowers
Instead of a
and
baseball.
yeah.
He doesn't look
I'm
happy
trying
there.
to find a specific post that I had saved like last week. I'll get to it, but I could talk about it until then. So yeah, last year or earlier this year, this project, which is called Particle Collection, they went to Sotheby's and they purchased this Banksy piece that Corey is showing you. Love is in the Air. And in the meantime, they were working on this project and they decided that they were going to create a foundation and they would fractionalize all of the works that they end up picking up. And this Banksy piece just happens to be the first piece of work that they have purchased for this purpose. And as Corey explained, it's going to be broken up into 10,000 NFTs that you will be able to buy. And I think that's where my issue is. So, first of all, I don't know what they're going to look like. Is it going to be a representation of the Banksy piece, where they just lay it out on a screen, throw a grid over it, break it up into 10,000 pieces, and that is what your NFT is going to look like? I have no idea. Like we don't know that type of information. Um, so what's going to happen here is that the foundation is what owns the painting. You don't actually own anything. This is where my issue is. You own like this NFT, this ticket to go see where the painting is wherever the painting is going to be displayed. And if this painting, they got it at $12.9 million, if it increases in value to $25 million and the foundation goes on to sell it again, you don't get a cut of that. You can go and sell your NFT, and I'm sure that that NFT will go up in value because of what it is. But they're basically becoming art collectors off our backs. That's my issue with it. This is what I don't like about it. And if someone else understands the project in a different way and I have it wrong, I'm absolutely open to changing my opinion if it turns out that it is in fact different. But as of now, from everything that I've read, that is my understanding of it. So I don't really like that.
Well, you guys, it's definitely being pumped up on Twitter and everywhere.
It's
I'm
all
I'm
over the
I'm
place.
in the
Yeah.
Discord. There's like tons of people in the Discord trying to
People are
work to
pumped
get
about this.
whitelisted and all of this just because the Banksy name is attached. So just be aware that
Like,
it's
it's
not a
not
Banksy
Banksy's
project.
project.
It's
Another
just,
thing I want to
yeah.
say is this is everything that, if anyone knows who Banksy is, he's a very famous street artist specializing mostly in graffiti and specifically stenciling. You can find his work all over the world, and it always makes a political statement, including the documentary called Exit Through the Gift Shop. And that's exactly what's happening here. He does not believe in selling his work. You couldn't go to a store and buy his work. He had representation, and it was very difficult to obtain an original Banksy piece unless a few summers ago you were lucky enough and you happened to be standing outside Central Park in New York where someone displayed like 20 original Banksy pieces and just sold them like a regular street vendor. People bought them for
Wow.
$60. $60 for a
Imagine
legit
that.
Banksy piece. Yeah, and people had no clue what they were buying. But anyway, that's just like an epic tale if you know someone that happened to. But he's generally against selling his work, especially in this type of matter. And he is anonymous. There are thoughts about, is Banksy just one person? Is it a collective of people at this point? Because he has some pretty major works that have popped up around the world in a fairly close time frame where it would be difficult to pull that off. That's where the maybe it's a collective comes into play. But yeah, this isn't his project. You could potentially own a representation of Love is in the Air, but you don't actually own Love is in the Air. The Particle Collection owns Love in the Air, and they're going to own every other major, if they buy a Beeple, every other major piece that they buy, you're not going to actually own it. You're just going to own the right to go and visit it somewhere.
In a way, this reminds me very much of the next article that we're going to share. And this is a big thing that is happening with Web 3.0. Crowdfunding. Crowdfunding has another buzzword that's also very popular in the space, and that's DAOs, you guys. This particular article is talking about Constitution DAO. It's about Constitution DAO, but it's also about something larger, and that's about DAOs and crowdfunding and the future of crowdfunding in general as we know it in the Web 3.0 space. And we all know that all DAOs are not created equal. What this Constitution DAO did was an incredible thing. And that
Absolutely.
was to get people from everywhere, all over the world, to come together, literally raise um, $47 million, uh, all with one single minded purpose. And, you know, that in and of itself is an amazing feat, period, end of story. Like, where else would this happen? We know about Kickstarter. You guys know about other platforms like that, but this was on a whole nother level, you guys. So I'm just wondering again, looking at the potential of what can happen moving forward. Can it be bigger next time? Can we go, above and beyond a 47
Absolutely.
million raise? Will DAOs, and again, as I stated, not all DAOs and crowdfunds or whatever buzzword you want to give them are created equal. How much utility does it give to people that hold it? Do the people that hold portions or have staked, money into these kinds of things. Are they actually owners? What are they entitled to? Those are the things that you need to look at. Is it set up in, if they're calling themselves a DAO, are they, is there a legal setup or entity? Do they have lawyers? Are they actually set up as a DAO should be set up? Or is it just a cash
Such an
grab? So
important
these are
question to ask.
you got to look at all of those things when you're entering, because everybody that's calling themselves a DAO is not a DAO. So we'll probably don't have time to do that tonight, obviously, but there will be a dedicated episode to looking at DAOs and what they are supposed to be versus, what is passing in this space as a DAO. But I'm loving what the possibilities, just like with the housing situation, what the possibilities are here. What could be the benefit for people that are part of these? What some DAOs who are, again, better than others are doing it right, if you want to say that, are doing it, how they're benefiting their members and their holders. And I think there's some good examples of that in the NFT space and some pretty bad examples. And I definitely want to look at both. But when I see this and I see what can be, what people can do when they come together single-mindedly with a purpose, how far they can take it. No, they didn't get that particular thing that they were after, but there will be something else that they will obtain. There will be things that they will win. And, how is that going to look? How will people benefit moving forward, and what crowdfunding is going to look like for us in the future? So I'm excited about all of this. And yeah, this next story really quickly, because we don't want to hold you too far over an hour here. But this guy, oh, our thumbnail says, who's Satoshi again? You guys have
Definitely
seen
not Craig Wright.
this. This computer scientist, I believe it's Australian. Australian, mate. That was a horrible accent. Who has claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto. Apparently he did win some lawsuit. It's so funny. There's so much drama in this lawsuit, you guys. I'm not even gonna go into it, but he said that he created Bitcoin. He's going to hold on to, I guess he was being sued for $54 billion of that cryptocurrency after this lawsuit, and he will get to keep that. Uh, he will keep a cache of 1.1 million Bitcoins following the end of the civil lawsuit. That's a lot of Bitcoin. The Florida jury found in favor of this guy. They did not rule on whether or not he was actually Satoshi Nakamoto. So that was neither here nor there as far as the case was concerned. Even though he is claiming this, the case was brought against him by the family of his deceased business partner who were looking for their share, I guess.
Yeah,
And,
because he stole it.
He stole it. And I'm kind of
Craig
sad
Wright
for them.
stole it, his business partner share, A. And B, he has never proven that he has the keys. He is not Satoshi Nakamoto. He's not.
He's
He
freaking
was
not.
unable
Everybody know that.
to prove it. He was unable to prove it in this case. That's why there was no ruling on that portion. And he still has to cough up $100 million for stealing intellectual property from the estate of his former business partner, who has passed away. So the guy,
he's a bad actor, and he totally gives the space a bad name. And how dare he try to claim, wherever Satoshi Nakamoto is, I hope you're totally outraged at this.
I don't think he's alive anymore. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, there's so many theories, rumors, you guys, conspiracy theories around this. We may never know is the truth of the matter.
Yeah, we'll never know.
Or what Satoshi Nakamoto is, but thank you. That's all I have to say.
You have changed the world just like you thought you could.
Indeed. And you guys, last but not least, let's look at another crypto-friendly country that you may want to consider. And Allie and I have jokingly said that we're going to run away to this place. This is Puerto Rico, you guys. They're doing a thing similar to what Miami's doing, trying to really become crypto friendly and get people to move here. It says thousands of people actually have moved to Puerto Rico recently. They have been also beset by corruption allegations. So they're trying to figure out how they can use the blockchain to clear up the corruption in their country, which is a great thing. But they are definitely wanting to get or draw more people who are about crypto. They have, I think, according to this article, uh, no capital gains, lots of tax incentives, including a cryptocurrency gains, no tax capital gains on them. And that has helped to attract thousands of new residents. The Department of Economic Development says demand for those tax breaks has tripled in recent years. More than 1,000 people have been approved for the benefits in 2021, which has broken records from 2018. So he is looking, or Hernandez, one of the city officials, is saying that this may be the way for them to jumpstart their economy. And it's been done. It's been working in some other places, you guys. So why not for Puerto Rico? And you guys know that they have really been going through it. So if this can in any shape, form, or fashion help that country, I hope they can get it together. They can stop the corruption. And they can help their citizens, definitely as it relates to, natural disasters and things of that nature. And definitely want them to catch a break here. And I think you only have to live there 6 months out of the year, if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken,
only 6 months. Yeah.
which is like so cool. So I'm definitely putting the PR on one
On
of
the
my US
list.
trips to go visit and like scope things out. But yeah, I'm sure you'll be hearing more from them. I'm sure they should be contacting the mayor of Miami and being like, "Look, dude, can you help us out here?" And I'm sure we'll be reading more about them. But you guys, thank you for being here with us. It means so much to us. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so before you leave here. Make sure you share this channel with somebody that you love and subscribe if you haven't done that either. Definitely join our Twitter page here at Cryptonairz. Make sure that you look Allie and I up. You can find our Twitter accounts in the description box and also right here under the video that is playing. We would love to have you as part of our Twitter family. And happy holidays. I hope you guys are getting all prepared. You got your tree up, you're doing your shopping, and that you hug someone and tell them that you love them. And I will see you guys tomorrow night along with Allie here for
Bye,
another
guys.
episode of Around the Clock. Bye.